Hi students, welcome to the next lecture of electronic measurements and instrumentation. In today's concept we will see the concept of piezoelectric transducer. Presently we are discussing 50 unit related topics as per our syllabus and coming to that we are discussing 50 unit transducers. Under this we are discussing piezoelectric transducers. Piezoelectric transducer. Here we know that any type of transducer which converts one form of energy into another form of energy. Here basically these transducers are converting non-electrical energy into the electrical energy. Here we know the output of this transducer, it is purely electrical energy. But what about the input energy? Here the input energy is pressure. Here we have to apply some pressure. So the pressure energy we are converting into the electrical energy in the piezoelectric transducer. So how much pressure you are applying on a material, that energy is converting as in a voltage at the output of this piezoelectric transducer. So piezoelectric transducer is consisting of a special type of material, that is we will see now. A symmetrical crystalline materials such as quartz, Rochelli salt or barium titanium. So see here we have a special type of material, Rochelli salt and barium titanate. These two materials are combinedly forming as in a quartz, and on this quartz when you are applying some pressure, automatically it will produce some voltage. Okay, so see here, Rochelli salt, barium titanate combinedly produce an EMF when there is a placed under stress. When there is a stress is placing on this material, automatically it will produce some electromotive force, some EMF it will produce. This property is used in piezoelectric transducers, where a crystal is placed between a solid base and force summing member. This property is used in the piezoelectric transducer, where a crystal is placed in between solid base and force summing member, where the forces we are applying, those type of mechanical arrangements we have to place, and on this mechanical force arrangement we have to place this material with some base. Then only this pressure is applied into that material and it will produce some output voltage. Particularly this type of piezoelectric transducers we are using for the energy applications. Particularly piezoelectric transducer based shoes are available. When you are walking, automatically your body pressure will be there on that material and it is used for charging. That we will discuss in the applications. So this is the material base. Here we will color some of the material. See here, this is the piezoelectric material. This is the piezoelectric material, and here we are applying some force on this material. Here we are applying some force on this material in this direction. In this direction we are applying some force, and this is the output arrangement. In this output arrangement we will get some output voltages. Okay, so in this piezoelectric material you are applying some force in this direction. Whenever the force is applied to here, some output voltage is generating. Okay, so here we will see the electrical equivalent circuit for this piezoelectric transducer. So see here we have a capacitor, resistor, inductor, and here we have a parallel capacitance parameter also. We have a RCL in the series combination, and here we have some of the source, and here we have output CP capacitor. So this is the material which is formed with Rochelli salt and barium titanate, and this is the base, and this is the base of the material. On this base we have placed a piezoelectric material. On this piezoelectric material we are keeping some of the arrangements for adding the force, that is force summing arrangement. Okay, now we will see the theoretical explanation for this one. And see here, an extremely applied force entering the transducer through its pressure port. We are arranging a special pressure port. With using that pressure port, some force is entering into the transducer, applies pressure to the top of a crystal. This produces an EMF across the crystal proportional to the magnitude of the applied pressure. Since the transducer has very good high frequency response, this type of transducer has very high frequency good response. Its principal use in the high frequency accelerometer. In this application, its output voltage typically in order of 1 to 10 millivolts per gram of acceleration. So wherever the acceleration you are applying per gram, nearly it is producing 1 to 30 millivolts, okay, per gram. Next, the device needs no external power source and therefore self-generating. In the previous discussions, we have seen different types of transducers. Each transducer, passive transducer, we have connected some external power supply. Just we have controlled that external power supply voltages, and we are producing some output voltage based on our pressure or strain or maybe any displacement. But here this is the completely different concept. In this concept, there is no external energy. The pressure directly generates the energy. That is, the pressure energy converting to the electrical energy. So this is the active transducer principle. This is the energy conversion principle. This is the energy conversion technique. Pressure energy is converting into the electrical energy. The disadvantage is that it cannot measure static condition. We cannot measure this is in the static conditions. When we are in the real time situation, the dynamic situation only, we can behavior all the parameters. By applying the force, we have to practically measure all the details. We cannot have the static conditions. The output voltage is also affected by the temperature variations of the crystal. So under pressure, or not only pressure, under the temperature also it will behave different types of output voltages. The basic expression for the output voltage in this piezoelectric transducer, E is equal to Q by Cp, where Q is equal to generated charge and Cp is the shunt capacitances, right? So this is the output voltage E. E is equal to Q by Cp. The output voltage is the ratio of generated charge to the shunt capacitance. The ratio of generated charge to the shunt capacitances. That is Q to Cp. The ratio of Q to Cp is nothing but as output voltage. This transducer is inherently a dynamic responding sensor and does not readily measure the static condition. It will work on the dynamic situation. We can identify the behavior. We can measure all the parameters in the dynamic situation, not in the static conditions. Okay, for a piezoelectric element under pressure, part of the energy is converted, some part of the energy is converted into the electrical potential that appears on opposite faces of the element, analogous to the change in the plates of the capacitor. We can observe these are all the behaviors at the parallel capacitor. The rest of the energy is applied to convert to mechanical energy, analogous to compressed spring. Okay, the extra energy we are extra whatever the energy is separating, the rest of the energy is applied to the converting the mechanical energy, analogous to compressed spring. We are giving a compressed spring arrangement. When the pressure is removed, it returns to its original shape and loses its electrical charge. When you are removing this pressure on this material, a spring arrangement will be there. It will come to the rest position and there is no electrical energy at that particular point. Okay, so this is about piezoelectric transducer. Okay, with this we have completed this topic. Okay, thank you.